Starting here in a minute. Gonna clean up my carving bar, then we're gonna get to carving. Hey. So I'm gonna clean up my carving bar. It's due. So I'm gonna go through a little bit of stuff I'm doing to keep it running and so the bar don't get hot. It's the MS 170. Very basic, not expensive saw. 200 bucks with an extra chain, I think it was. So I'll show you what the issue is with a carving bar. Hey Mike, hey Matthew, baby kisses, plywood. All right, appreciate it. So I got this carving bar and it requires maintenance. So what happens is see how it's sticking? It sticks right here. Get you in here a little bit. So as this bar wears, the chain sticks. So I got to clean it out and get the grooves cleaned out. So this thing can just, see here, it just sits in there. This is loose, but up here is really tight and it heats it up. So I'm just going to pull this bar off and give it a good scraping. Then we can do some carving. So I'll show you what I mean. Gets a burr, and then your carving bar is not going to won't cut. So we'll get in here a little bit. You guys can see this. So see, it won't come off right on the edge. See how it stops? It doesn't go all the way up. It's because it's got a lip on it, pretty aggressive. You can see it. It just stops. So you got to get rid of that, or your bar won't it won't go through. It stops it, and it's pretty. You can see. You guys see that? Big old lip. So if you and it helps to flip the bar over. Right now, the bar seems like it gets stuck in here. It's really, I can't believe how crazy it is. Look at that lip. So I got to take that off. You guys can see that. Man, that's crazy. This a regular bar would like this one here. There's no lip. So this is regular maintenance that you have to do on these carving bars, so it's pretty smooth sailing. All right, let's so I'm going to put it in a vise so I can clean it up and then go back to fun. Hope everybody's doing good. Appreciate everybody tuning in. So I'm just going to blow this off a little bit. See how it checks out. Everything's cleaned out. I think I've ran probably, let's see, I probably ran about 8 tanks through it, and it's already really grooved out. So see that? So we're going to get that off so we don't have to deal with a lot of problems. So I'm just going to pinch this in the middle. Not too tight, but tight enough. You want to make sure you stay in the middle so you're not pinching your sides and ruining it. I figured I'd use this tool here. It's a file, little mini file there. It drops in. It's almost perfect. So right here, it's real good. So I'll be able to pull on it, get that cleaned out. You don't want to widen it too much, but and then I'll clean all this off here. This other side was, so this is the way I had it on the bar, the chain. This side, it wasn't upside down, so it has, see how it's barely fits in there, and then it has a little tightness to it. So this is, it's all the way down in there. So I'm just gonna pull on it, and it has cleaning, so I actually need to go the opposite way. Appreciate the thumbs up. So I just started my membership. So if anybody wants to join, you're welcome to. No pressure. I can't be a member of everybody. It's in the description. Either way, you're supporting. So I'll be doing some videos and stuff like that, and some lives, and I have some short videos, kind of give an insight. It's not just going to be you're a member and supporting. I'm going to do videos too. So kind of what I'm doing, you know, my ideas and carvings I'm going to do, get some input from people, from members. Be awesome. Kind of hard to do with the camera in the way a little bit. I'll be using a file. I'm just trying to get this a little bit cleaned out. It's always tight here, and that's where I'm having that problem. So once I get it cleaned out, so this is always good here. You can really clean out, but then it gets tighter. There might be an easier way, but I'm doing the inner part first. Don't know how long it would take, but it's definitely getting a little bit better. Not widening it, that's for sure, but I could definitely tell it's done some worn. That's why it won't come through. So once it's cleaned out, it'll be like smooth like this. It's going to work it back and forth, see if I can etch my way out to the edge. Be nice if I can just whip through it like that. Boy, I can really see it. It's sticking over here big time. Watch at the end here. Really stops. Woo! So it's got a big burr. I could tell the metal is really worn out right here. So see if I can just run it a couple of times and work that out. This is a perfect size file. Yeah, that's really almost getting through it. Oh, there you go. Look at, boom, just came right through. So cleaned out that burr. It's a little tight, but now I'll just swipe it. Look at that, just went right through. So that burr that was in here is now gone. I just broke the tool. Sweet. Didn't say it was perfect, but I got some other ones here that actually might work better, but I just got to be a little bit more gentle with it. This one's a little pointier. Yeah, this one's still a little different. So the file was a little bit thinner here. So this one's a point, this one's flat. So this one will still work. I just need to be gentle with it. So there we go. If I had cleaned it up, it won't be so bad. On a regular bar, this is very rare to have to do it so much, especially the inside. It'll definitely run better. Won't be getting hot. Look at that. I was surprised. Just run it through a couple times. You don't want to widen this up. On a carving bar, I feel that you gotta wear them in, so it's not something that's normal to do. People are like, why is it doing that? That's weird. But if you've never used a carving bar, you wouldn't know the difference. Once you run one, it's like, whoa, big difference. See that? I couldn't even get that sucker in there. It's still tight. But it's definitely cleaned out. So then it starts to stop up here. So now I'm gonna run it up here. So it stops about right here. It starts to get tough. So I'm just gonna etch my way up. See there? It's running right through the whole thing, except up here. We'll just keep bringing it up. It gets real tight. You can actually see the groove. So this groove is normal right here, and as it goes up, look at it, it gets tighter. It's because the metal is worn down and concaved in. So I want to open it up, and this is where it sticks a lot. Bear was saying he used like a screwdriver or something just to break it up. That makes sense. I got this special tool that'll just get in there. I call it a special tool, but the burr on the outside is like the same on the inside. Look how tight that is compared to the other down here. See if it drops right in. imagine I can just take a grinder and just grind it off real quick, but I want to kind of save it a little bit. So I'm going to do this part first. See if I can see the shavings that it's built up. Well, it's getting there. Get that cleaned up inside from all that hot blade running through it. It's getting down. Almost can run it all the way through. You notice that? Getting a little easier. Look, now I'm way up here already from the whole bar. Not really trying to widen it. Just getting that groove out. Because my bar was starting to heat up and stick, and I had it really slacked big time, but it was still starting to hang up. It started making the saw work hard, and then the blade was getting tighter because this inner part was really bad. Look at that. Now I can pretty much run it all the way down. It's a little tight still, but it's better than it was. Oh, I saw a piece of metal. Let's see if it'll come off. Thought I saw a curly Sue in there. Well, maybe not. Looked like a little shaving. Maybe it'll come off at the end. I can show you. Almost. It's getting better. I think if I do this, after I'm done carving something, not wait until it's really stiff, it'll be a little easier to clean out. I just want to get back to my carving here. Now, you guys want to see some carving? I know I do. Get back to having fun. So as soon as I clean this out, I'll be going. Look at that. Now I can run it all the way through. It's not sticking. Is that making sense, guys? I hope so. Thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. So now I can get this in here and swipe all the way down. Oh, you guys can see that. Before I couldn't even get it in this groove because it had all that buildup. So now I can run it all the way down. A little tight still here. I'll probably keep running it a little bit. Be nice if I can just run it back and forth like that. Then I'll clean the outside. See that? Running all the way through now. All right, let's flip it over. That looks better. Feel a lot better. And then watch when I flip it over and do this side, I won't even be able to get through it. See, can't even get in there. All the way down. It's just caked in there. Not to break this file. Might find a better system, but right now this seems to work. See the shavings coming off. No wonder why my blade is not sliding. Oh, look at that. You can see all the inner shavings. Just gonna run it this way and see how that goes. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Just cleaning up my carving bar, and then we're going to be back to carving here. But figured I would show you how I'm cleaning up my bar. It's a little bit different than a normal bar, that's for sure. Really gets the metal hot. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Look, landed on me. See? I just took it off. You guys can see that? Look at that. Piece of metal. That shaved it off. That's how much buildup is. It's just, usually it's just on the outside. You know, it's there. But on the inside, it has the same problem. Getting better. The end, though, I haven't got the very tip. This is a perfect size. Perfect size. Appreciate it. 23 thumbs up. Woo! It's getting a little better. I want to save this bar as much as I can. I could take my grinder and then just go and run it, but I'm grooving it down, and I don't want to take off a bunch just to get rid of that inner lip and the outer lip. So I'm gonna clean it up this way and see how it works out. It's getting better. This is how I'm cleaning my bar. Oh, there's another piece. Look at that piece of inner shaving. Look at that. So that's what's stopping the bar. So now this side's a little tighter. So this is actually, this is upside down. So this one was a little easier. This bar, you can run them both ways because they got the oil ports on both sides. So you see the ports here at the top. If you flip it over, they're still at the top. So you guys can see that. So the name is here. I had it like this. This is was easier to clean out. See how easy that was to swipe in? Real easy to get through. This one is still a little rough. It's a little bit, see, it's hanging up. So now what I'm going to do, instead of running it this way, because this is underneath, doesn't run in here very much as the top. It has that slack. So I'm going to flip it and run it on the top, and then that will start to groove it and work it in. So this bar isn't even worked in very much. So I'm going to clean. We're going to take the slip off. The slip's got a lot of hang up. You can see it glistering right there. Yeah, that is a massive lip. On the end, it's not, because that's a stronger piece of metal on the end. That's why it looks different. I think it's carbon fiber, some sort. Not carbon fiber. Really hard steel, I guess. I can't remember what it was called. Sounded good, but not. Yep. Whittler, yes, that is something I'm finding out more and more. A lot of maintenance. If you don't do the maintenance, it's actually, you could see, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's actually got a divot. It just little, it's kind of normal for the saws to have that, just a little bit, just a little zip in. But yeah, you keep them clean, and my other bars, I've had to swipe off this piece of metal. Same thing. But I'm going to use a grinder, and I'm going to put on the end here, just a little tight, and I'm just going to swipe it off so I can. I use a dull. I don't use. This is an old sanding wheel, so I don't plan on taking off a bunch, but I do plan on taking off some. So I'm just going to lightly zip over it. It's almost gone. Run it on the top of the just a little. So this bird's about gone. So you can see it. Maybe a smidge. That one's got a little bit. This side, it's got a lot. So, and actually on top of this bar, on each side, it's got a groove here. So that's why I hit it on top to flatten it. So I'll hit all four sides. So I'll hit this side. That's got a big lip. That will really stop. So when that chain's trying to go through and you have these lips, it drags on the wood and it won't let it go through. And then you're fighting it. better. A lot better. One second. See this tool. So I might do a little bit of filing. Not that I want to use a round guy, but I'm just doing a little zip. You can do it by hand, or you can do it that way. This takes off a little more, but using a round file so I can just zip across it. Makes it a little easier to get this corner. It feels a lot better. I gotta hit the other sides. All for carving. Man, that's a lip. I'm just gonna check it out. See how much drag? See that drag it's got? It's crazy. Watch. You seen how nice you can hear the sound? How it was? Watch. This one I haven't hit with this or this. Watch the drag. It stops because there's that much build up. Look at that. It's just jumping. That's why I use the, the sounding wheel. Look at that. That's crazy. So that's the difference. Then watch when I'm done with shaving it off with the grinder. Then you'll see the different sound and how it feels. I can feel it. You guys won't. Now watch when I run it over. Big difference. See, it sounds different and everything. So I'm just hitting it just to make sure it's all even. Still got a little lip there, quite a bit. Like doing surgery on your chainsaw carving. It's already enough work just just sharpening the blades, and now you got to do this just to keep it up to date. So I got these two sides I did. Now, look at that, just runs right off. Doesn't even catch. This side too. Then when I flip it over, see it hangs up. This side, not so bad. So same thing, clean off this side. See how that works. Not trying to take off too much, just trying to get it where it's good to go. Definitely want to be careful. You don't want to change the pitch. You want to keep this flat. If you do, it'll start running funny. So you just got to make sure you keep it flat. So that's way better. It's like when I bought it. Just a little bit on there. All right, let's see. This side's the side I need to do. Not a lot. Make sure you keep it in the middle. Don't squeeze it too much. You'll end up pinching it in. I'll be doing it over again. Back here, it's got a big lip. So this, I'm assuming, yep, this was the top, and this has got a lot of wear right here. The bottom does not. So that's when I flip it, and it'll start wearing on this side instead of the same. You can see it. Look at that. Look at that burr right there. That's got to come off. That's what's making my chain and my bar hot, and it's working it. So I'm going to take that off. Look at that. Can't believe. Look at that, hanging right up. That one's pretty bad. That was when it was smoking. Alright, now I'm just going to double check it. Take this file. Just kind of check out how nice, get a nice run on it, just to make sure it's good. this way. Give it a nice even run. That feels good. Alrighty. So now my bar is cleaned up and back to square one. It's a little goofy on top. These two sides, I might hit it a little bit, maybe not. Looks pretty good, but you can definitely see what's higher and what's lower. Then I'm just going to hit it with that file in the middle a little bit, because it probably ran some burrs in there. I want to make sure it's clean. It's a little rough again. See how now it's getting a little easier. Yeah. I couldn't even run this through it. Now I can. A little tight on the tip. Can probably turn around and do it. Run it off. See all the stuff coming out. A lot better. Now I can run all the way through my gutter. Because when it first started it, you couldn't even run it through. Now you can. So it's not all stopping the chain from riding on it. It's going to feel different too. See that? And that's the top. See, this is the top of the bar that I've been using. This is the bottom. Look how easy it is. Look how nice and smooth. Real easy gliding, because this is worn in more than the bottom. The bottom, the chain doesn't stay in it. So I get a little bit of wearing in still. And then it'll be, I'm pretty sure it'll be pretty fully worn in. See how this one sticks? That's how much that chain had to wear the other side. So this is the bottom. Now we're going to make this one the top when I put it back together. That one's still pretty tight, but the time I clean it out next time, they'll be worn in pretty good. And then that should be the wear in period, basically. So blow this sucker off. Nice. All right, so now we got my bars all cleaned up, no burrs on it. Liking that. Boy, who's ready to carve? I am. What is that? 37 thumbs up. Appreciate it. If you guys just tuning in, got a membership I just started. We're doing some videos, kind of behind the scenes, what I'm working on, troubles I've had with carvings, just an all around. Do some membership lives. If you want to join in, you don't have to, but it'll be fun. All right. So the bar was on this way, is the name. And then, so now this is worn in more than the other side, so we're going to flip. And it's got the ports on it, so we can use the same side. So we're going to put this chain back on. Look at this. Holy mackerel. Look at that. The chain doesn't stick in there. It's free. Look at that. Like when I got it. I couldn't do that because of how much drag and how much of the metal was melted down just from using the carving bar. Man, that's crazy. All right, so we're gonna put it upside down. Make sure the teeth, here's the teeth, they're kicking it out. So you don't put it upside down. Top of the bar, teeth are facing that way, bottom's kicking it out. And then we're just gonna put this guy back together. And get it in the tensioner. Make sure the chain is in. And that's how loose it is. Wee-wee. All right, get the cover. Knock it off a little bit. Throw it upside down around. Make sure you get it in that lock position. Man, glides. Put these nuts on, and then I'll have to do just as maybe a smidge tighten on the chain, maybe. And it's like 106 out with the wind blowing. Ah, that's like an turbo oven. All right, enough of that, huh? So that's how slacked out it is. Look at that, free. That is nice. So I'm going to do the adjustment. So I just pick up on it, and I'm going to turn it inward, and it'll pick up on the chain. Might have to adjust it a little bit. Once I get going, there's 2 turns. I'm going to keep it nice and loose. Once this thing spins real fast, it'll suck up, and it'll be tight like that when it's running. So there's no front gear, so it just all guide. Make sure you guys subscribe for especially if you like chainsaw carving. Ooh, look at that. Free spinning. I couldn't even do that. So now it's upside down, so we're going to wear this in. And then this side doesn't wear so much. You can see. Man, that's smooth. What do you guys think? All right. Let's give it a quick sharpen. Just a smidge. I'm up on a bench here, but we'll just give it a quick little run here. Makes it a little tough sometimes in up here on the bench. I'm just gonna manual. I'm just gonna run it like this, just a little bit. Make it a little bit quicker. Usually I do it over the top, but I'm just giving it a couple zips. Let's find our where it's all pieced together here. We got color, different color here. Now, where's my color? It's my marker here. It got worn off. It got so hot that little color is not even there anymore. So we're just gonna mark, we'll mark one of these. There's my mark. So then when I'm sharpening, I don't really like sharpening one-handed at all. Doesn't make it easier. Hang on. I'm gonna use one of these just to keep it taut. Everybody does their own way of. I'm just gonna fasten my saw down so it doesn't move on me, so I can be over the top. So I just put a little clamp, helps keep it stable a little bit. Then I can stand over it a little bit. There we go. All right, now we got that under control. Where's my line? Okay, there it is. So we're gonna zip to the line. Start there. All right, there's my mark. So get it. There we go. A lot better. Get the gullet. You'll hear the sound when it's go by sound and feel when that drag is real nice and smooth. There it goes, you can feel it. Hear that? Yep, not there, it's just and I twirl as I'm sharpening. That's how I do it. There we go. Drag. Oof. It was due for sharpening, that's for sure. There we go. I think that's probably one of the hardest things about owning a saw. Learning how to sharpen is super critical. It takes, for me it took years, but you learn. Oh yeah, that feels good. So this is basically maintenance for a carving chainsaw and bar. Hear that? That's a drag. It's a lot to carving, that's for sure. Just a round file. Just a round file. They have flat files. You have a round square grind and round. I'm just doing That's where it's just a straight cut in. This one's round. So these people still do the flat file. Ooh, this sucker's gonna be sharp. If you guys really want a good video for sharpening your chains, you guys might have heard of him. His name is Buck and Billy Ray. He's got some videos that are just absolutely awesome. So if you really want to learn how to sharpen your chainsaw blades, go over to Buck and Billy Ray. He's awesome. Tell him Woodchucker sent you. He does awesome videos of sharpening. He's at Buckenstock right now, so he's got a live video that he was teaching people how to sharpen. So, and then he's got actual videos, but he was doing that live. Everybody that members and stuff that follows him at Buckenstock, he gave little lessons to anybody that wanted it. Super good guy. He's done tons of sharpening videos, but once you learn it, it's awesome. It's 3/4 of a battle of a chainsaw, unless you have about 7 chains on you, and don't hit the dirt. You hit the dirt, you might as well stop and sharpen or put another blade on it. Keep going. One dragon. And it helps a little bit more. Just put this chain real tight, keeps your tooth, you know, straight. But I'm okay with it. It does make it a little bit easier to sharpen. It's the more proper way than having it loose. But I've got this thing adjusted pretty close, and I don't really want to mess with it. If I did, I'd count my turns to tight and then make sure I go back out, because I like the tension of it. Alright, let's see. Where am I on my mark? We'll get pretty close. There it is right there. Okay. Oh yeah. I feel the difference. Alright, let's flip this sucker around. Hopefully I'm not boring you guys. This is just tabletop. Appreciate it. 55 thumbs up. All right. Let me back up just a smidge here, and then we'll get to some cool carvings. Oh yeah, look at that, Mr. Peanut. Got my eagle grouse, I call it. Got my bear. All kinds of cool stuff, guys. My little Hulk over there. This is one I'm gonna carve, and then I'm gonna finish my bear over here on the ground. Look at that guy. He's giving the hard to see. Yeah. Awesome. All right, so let's finish this part of it. Can't always have all the fun all the time. Got to make sure you keep your stuff sharp. Let me see, which direction was I on? I was on this direction, and this get all goofy. All right, so I was sharpening this side. Now I'm going to sharpen that side. Yeah. So however you want to fasten it down, you do that, or you can get the little spikes. I don't have a log, so. Oh, not so tight. Not much you guys are going to be able to see, but. Sorry, no, it's not as fun when you can't see. No sense in hanging out. Oh, okay. Don't fall. All right. Yeah, left and right-handed. That's the one to try to figure out. Where's my mark? Oh, it's on this side. Where's my mark? It's on this side. Is that it? No, it's on this side. Hopes I have a little bit of light on. I feel like my stand's gonna fall over. Oh, there it is. I just took a marker and marked it. It's not exactly looks good, easy to pick out, but you know. Jump back. Really jumpy. Hang on a second. Some people kind of do it like this. Just all depends on what's comfortable for you. What's that part there? I'm not going to run and tighten this up and everything, so I'm just going to hit it real quick. I'm not really in a spot to be sharpening it. I want to get carving, so I'm just doing a one-handed. Whatever, as long as it makes it sharp, no matter how you sharpen your blades. at the end as long as it's sharp. And we're gonna start carving. Appreciate everybody hanging out. I haven't even looked at the comments lately. Feel bad, but just trying to get this fixed up real quick. Sounds good. Oh yeah. Here's my mark. That looks good. Oh yeah. All right, guys. So it's good. It's good. All right. 60 thumbs up. Kevin Garcia. All right. Nice to see you, buddy. Lee. Hello. All right. Awesome. How's the view, guys? Good? I'm ready to gas up. Test this guy out. How about you guys? I know I am. There we go. Heck yeah. Dust. Gas it up. Ooh, my favorite part. Back to carving. It's like my signature carver I do. I like doing it. It's always fun. Don't put the gas in the wrong spot. It happens. All right, that's that. A little bit of oil. Add oil. Saw's not a chainsaw until you spill oil all over it. So I just get it out of the way and do it on the first try. You guys can hear me okay? Probably not, right? You guys hear me all right? Yeah, probably over here. Yeah, my mic was hanging on the ceiling. Now you can hear me. Hello. Talking to myself. Sweet. You guys having fun? Endangered species. What you talking about? Ivory. Yeah, ivory's the tusk. How you guys doing? Good times. Yeah. Alrighty. Appreciate you coming back. You know, a lot of people coming back. Probably had probably 600 subscribers or so. A lot of people coming in to support. So, and I really appreciate that. Probably in the last month and a half, that's about how many people have dropped in and say, what's woodchucker got to do? All right, so I'm gonna leave this slant. I think I like it. I'm not gonna screw it down yet. I'm gonna check something real quick. We'll get to going here. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. It's so hot out that my swamp is not even keeping up with the water. It's draining. It's so hot out. The water's going in and it's going out quicker than it can go in. So I had to turn off my swamp so I don't make sure it's can catch up. Since I've been live, we've gone through, holy smokes, almost 20 gallons. 20 gallons from just this little bit of time. So it goes pretty quick, fortunately. All right. Got a little piece of metal in my finger from that bar. Weesh. There it is. Get it. All right, I got it. Gets hot quick though in here. Let me just get set up, guys. Sorry. Yeah, Lord, I have Mr. Peanut in the back. He's just hanging out. I did this little Dremel carving here. This is cottonwood bark. You guys can see that. Look at that. That's cool. I like this guy. He's pretty neat. What do you guys think? A little wicked, huh? Dot's whittling. All right. Nice to see you, buddy. Plywood, you having fun or what? You doing a little bit of flicking of people? Nice. Appreciate it. Yep. You don't want plywood giving you the flick saying, time out. All right. Hit this swamp cooler here. Got it back on. Look at that. 69 people in here, 64 thumbs up. I appreciate that. Yep. Plywood, he's good at giving people the little flick on the forehead. Alrighty. So we got everything here. Good to go. Let's open my door a little bit. Sorry, guys. Got to have the air flow. Gotta have airflow. All right. Whoop. I just got to turn on my fan. It draws all the fumes out, so I appreciate it, guys. Just give me a minute, all right? And we'll get to carving. Sorry. Usually I just jump right into it. All right. Okay. All right. I'm back. Just turn on my outdoor, got a big old fan in there, and it just draws all the fumes and stuff. Everybody ready? You gave the first thumbs up. Heck yeah. 64. Make sure you guys subscribe. All right, let's get to it. Let's get this show on the road. All right, here's my log. I'm gonna cut sucker in half. I'm actually make 2 carvings out of it. I love carving these. And then we'll get back to my little piece bearer a little bit. Come on now. I got this camera set up and I can't unlock it. Gives me a little trouble, so I gotta move it over. There we go. A little downfall on that little part, but I got a video on it. You guys can check it out. It's pretty cool. You can really see the chainsaw view. Look at that. Nice and smooth, not sticking. Look at that, free spinning. Feels great. Get some oil on it. That is amazing. Waiting for the oil. Man, got all these pieces of metal in me. Got a piece of metal. Shaving. Sorry guys, 1 second. That's a big sucker. All right, I got it. Get that oil running. All right, now oil's in there. All right, we're ready. Everybody been waiting long enough. Yeah, you see Mr. Peanut? He's hiding behind the log. There it is. Mr. Peanut. There it is. Make sure you guys subscribe. Let's go. All right, enough monkeying around. Get this show on the road. want it smoking. Alright. Got my 2 pieces. Alright. Never had a log that's off to the side, so we're gonna test it out. Set this other piece to the side here. Get a little screw down here. How you guys doing? How's the view? Good? Yeah, it's pretty inside. Juniper. It's juniper. I'm wondering if I think that's not gonna hold it. I gotta put it in a new hole there. Look at that. Okay. Oh, it's like never get started here, guys. All right, let's go. Like that one, you see that one shot? Woo! Very nice. I like it. Big. has a little bit more working to do. It's getting there though. Look at. I'm waiting one of these times I'll bust off one of these branches because this stuff's pretty. This wood's can be pretty brutal. Guys on the side here. Then you can see what I'm doing. That little pop off. Hey, it got a little smoky, but it didn't, the chain didn't tighten up. So what I did, it worked. 71 thumbs up. Woo, doggy. I try to be, Dots. It's all learning. It's all learning curve. So I've been chainsawing, like really like starting with the chainsaw and stuff like that. About 9 months, 10 months, you know, from starting to use chainsaw. So almost got a year under my belt. It's been fun. Here's my Hulk. You guys, if you're just tuning in, this is like my trophy. It's like, that's my Hulk. Started off chainsawing, and then I got the fingers in there. I got to have the fingers right. That's one thing that I had to make sure. Fingers aren't right. It just wasn't gonna justify it. And you know, big chest, gotta have that one. The muscles got that nice pop out. You know, got them right here. Just gotta have that. Gotta have some things that are really distinctive, or it really kind of made it a little bit. Would have made a little bit off. So I gotta gas up, finish this up, and then we're gonna bring over. We'll be slapping out that other one here. Woo, look at that. 72. Thumbs up. I'll turn you around so you guys don't want to be alone now. Everybody enjoying themselves? I hope so. Well, that chain is pretty good, sharp. Is it too loud with the microphone on, guys? It should kind of deaden the sound a little bit. Let me know in the comments. I could try both. Take the mic off and then you tell me which one you like. Drinking the gas. Holy mackerel. That was a lot. It was high revving it, keeping that oil in there. Alrighty. Appreciate it. Hopefully you guys subscribe for my woodchucker live. Alright, let's finish this tree off. I get them glasses on. Alright. Rock and roll. Alright. Everybody good? What? How much oil? More oil. give it a little bit more shape over here. Oh no! What happened to my tree? It happens. Hey, but check this out. You know. Alright, hang on. Alright, yeah, it sucks. It does. It happens. Oops. But guess what? Here we go. Got the fix. I'll fix it. If it keeps breaking, it's going to get a really short tree. I kind of spoke up too soon, you know? Alright, there you go. It's fixed. Oh, what can you do, right? Not much you can do with that one. Alright, my favorite part. My favorite part, guys. Gotta get the torch. Let's roast it. You let me get that torch? Oh yeah. Liking it. Looking good. Fire! All right, 2 seconds. I know why. Hang on. There's a reason. Then you guys can all bail. I'll tell you why. Woo! We're gonna make this guy a little light here. 2 seconds. Burn time. Woo! It is that time, ain't it? Woo! All right, roasting, roasting. Oh yeah. Give it that look. Brings out the markings. Watch. Brings out the markings. See the different marks? It highlights them. That's cool. Torching my carving. Oh boy. All right, so here's the deal, guys. Don't go nowhere. This is going to get crazy. Hang on 1 second before you bail. Don't go. So his name is Bear and the Boss Lady. One word. Bear and the Boss Lady. He just went live. He's chainsaw carving, so he's next. I realize it's time. Bear and the Boss Lady. Go search him. Bear and the Boss Lady. One word. All right? So let's jump over to Bear's live. He's on. Bear's live. Let's go. Bear and the Boss Lady. If you're just tuning in, Bear and the Boss Lady is live. Go search him. Later.